Hello, everyone. I'm really excited tonight. We're going to talk about skin health. So this is really important for all of us. And I want to show you how I would teach it to a friend, just a new friend that you meet, and then she's got skin that has like redness, or her daughter has acne or whatever it is that they have, or people who have even eczema on their face and in their hair, it's psoriasis and stuff. We want to talk about those things. Okay, so I just want to show you how I would share it with people without you having to like know everything, right? And be the expert in all that. So first of all, I'm recording this so you can watch it again. But first of all, I'd ask them lots of questions. Okay. So we know, the members here that are on the call, we know that if you live a natural wellness lifestyle without the toxins, you'll have a better chance of having healthy skin, healthy everything, right? So you can start there. You can ask them, are you using clean skincare products, right? And so if they say yes, you're like, check the box. If no, then you can have to explain some of the ingredients in the skincare products. They're very bad for us. And what makes them very bad? So a lot of them have chemicals that causes a lot of, they call it neurotoxins, right? And endocrine disruptors. Okay, neurotoxins and endocrine disruptors. So endocrine disruptors means it interferes with our endocrine system. Neurotoxins, it interferes with our brain. Okay, and there's apps that you can have on your phone that can help you, just kind of look up that product or scan that product, and it'll give you a readout of how toxic that is. Did you know that? So
no, I didn't.
Yeah. Okay, so the app that I have on my phone is it's called Think Dirty. Okay, so Think Dirty, right? And you can scan whatever, even the cleaning supplies or your foundation or whatever, and then it'll give you like a score. And I'll tell you what is the most toxic products on there and why it's toxic. The most of it causes cancer, right? The biggest thing that is in your products that I feel is very dangerous are the synthetic fragrances. Okay, the synthetic fragrances, they are endocrine disruptors, right? They change your hormones and they cause a lot of problems there. So, that's another app, but I'm sure you can find different apps. Jamie, do you have a different one?
Sometimes I use EWG, but I was showing Sandra and I couldn't find the app. So I guess maybe it's just a website for now.
Oh, okay. Because they have 2 million products in Think Dirty that they've scanned and they've got results for. So, that's a start. But once you get the hang of it, you can do what Jamie does, just do a search on it. Yeah. Anything else, Jamie, you want to share?
The EWG has things like household products and makeup and I guess the popular brands, but I think a lot of the brands are American.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can learn a lot from the ingredients that's listed in each of the products, and it's like it gives you a rating of out of 10 of how toxic it is and which ingredient they think is that you should be wary of.
Yeah.
So it's actually really, I don't know, it's really helpful. I learned a lot from it.
Yeah. That was me. Okay, so about 12-15 years ago I started this journey, and then I got my kids involved, so we went to the store and I said, okay, I want to teach you this word, and this word is triclosan or triclosan, however people say it. So I showed them how to do it, had a look at it, and then I said, okay, I want you to go down this aisle. And so I just picked the makeup aisle, okay, or the hair care, hair care products. And I said, okay, I want you to find a product, turn it around, and I spy that ingredient, right? Seconds. My kids picked up, one, and they're like, Mom, I found one. Okay, this one has triclosan, this one has triclosan. And I told them what it is. Okay, so you can find that list on my book, in my book here. So I'll show you, I'll share screen. Let's see. Okay, this is Kindle. So you can get it on Kindle, you can get it physical form as well. So let's click here. Oh, by the way, you see this one here? Okay, this is the 3-book in one. The Energy Balancing, the Using Gifts of the Earth, and then Living a Natural Wellness Lifestyle with Faith. So Ben noticed that I was just going back and forth and doing all this, and he's like, why don't I put it together in one book for you? I'm like, okay. And it's hyperlinked in the book so that you can hit, an oil or a body part, and it takes you to the page. So if you just bookmark the charts, you can always go back to the charts when you're done, reading those pages. So there you go. Okay, so let's go to this one. All right, so let's find the, okay. So in this book, the first half is the natural wellness lifestyle. Okay, so say you have a friend and the friend has skin problems and you're like, okay, and you look it up for them, because the idea is to introduce them to the natural wellness lifestyle. Yes, you want to help them fix their skin, but more importantly, you want to teach them the skills to fix other things too that they have. So you go here, and then we're talking about reducing toxic load, because you asked them a question, do you guys use healthy skincare products? And sometimes I say, yes, they think they are, but I've had estheticians, beauticians that, like, when they switched to doTERRA Skincare, they like raved about it, because they're like, no, we use a good brand, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's fine. Can you review this brand for me? Right. And when they started using it, they're like, oh my gosh, look at the ingredients, look at this, and look at my face in the morning. And I'm like, what? You like it? That's so good. Right. So I go to reducing toxins. Yeah. And we have the green cleaning and reducing toxins with personal care products. And that's where we want to go. All right. So we want to, let's see, look at the list there. You got formaldehyde. Okay, you got triclosan. So like I said, I went to the store with my kids and said, all right, we're going to play a game. I spy triclosan, right? And the kids looked it up, and I told them what it is, because it's an antibacterial agent found in toothpaste and in clothing and dishwashing liquids, face washes, like, for the acne and stuff. It's in there. It's in your deodorant. And what is it? It's a rat poison. Guys, it's a rat poison. Right, so 5,000 milligrams per kilo is the lethal dosage. So no wonder people have skin problems, when they have like the eczema and stuff, all right, when they're wearing gloves and stuff, the wisdom stuff. Wow, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, how come, why is it in here? So in soaps, guys, so it causes dermatitis and skin irritation. So here we are going, hey, is there a cream for this? Let's make sure we're getting rid of the toxins first that's causing that in the first place. Does it make sense? Yeah?
Yes.
Jamie?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jamie.
So I went away with my family to a beach house a few days ago, and after staying there for a few days, I noticed that my hands and my fingers are so itchy and inflamed, and I didn't pack my own like hand soap and stuff, and and I keep washing my hands after like taking care of the kids or my dog, and I'm just like, I know 100% it's the soap, it's the soap that's irritating me, because that's the only thing that I didn't that I put on myself that wasn't natural. And my body just knows, like I just can't.
Yeah.
And like next time I'm like bringing all my products.
Yep. Yeah. That's what I do too. When I travel, I try to bring all of my, even my hand washes and stuff. Yeah. So look at this. It has the dangerous fragrances, 4,000 different fragrances. So I played around with that app, you know, with my kids and stuff. And, you know, when I scanned up stuff, the thing that comes on top, the most dangerous stuff, it was mostly the fragrances. I was shocked because I was like, oh, the smell, right? The smell is made out of synthetics and it's petrochemical. And, you know, look at this here. It can cause infertility, headaches, dizziness, rashes, and skin discoloration. Discoloration. Okay, so when I have ladies that say, hey, my daughter has this skin discoloration, what do I do about it? Right? And one lady bought a $4,000 bed for her daughter to sleep on, you know, because it has like this UV light, da da da. And I was like, hey, just get rid of the toxic chemicals and, you know, use natural products. Oh, it's too expensive. Hang on. Wait, it's too expensive, but you're buying a $4,000 bed, right? I'm like, I don't get this. So try it out, okay? So allergic reactions. So lots of common toxins here that I listed. Okay, so you can just go here, let your friends know, hey, it's kind of bad for you, right? And then I would ask more questions, of course, like the cleaning products. So do you clean the house with stuff that has those chemicals in it too? Because you know, if your hands are touching the table that you wiped, you know, with all the cleaning supplies, right? Then you're getting that on your skin as well. Yeah. So, you know, just kind of ask about that. And all this, the hair care products, you shampoo. I mean, your shampoo is going to go and wash onto your face, right? Right. And it affects your eyes and stuff, affects your skin. So all that is important. So guys, I'm so grateful for doTERRA because they put so much effort in. We begged and begged and begged for sun protection, you know, products. And it took them this long, over a decade to make sun care products like the sunscreen, right? And the sunscreen is different to the world sunscreen. When it comes out next month, you're going to be shocked, right? It's skin care as well. It's not just skin protection. So anyways, it just puts us in a totally different category. So they do so much research, right? And they use all of these natural products, right? The other thing about skin is it's about your nutrients. So that's what I would ask them too. So I'll ask them a few questions about toxins first, okay? So that's one of the biggest. And then I ask them about nutrients. Are you taking good supplements? Yeah, because if your body doesn't have like very good omega oils, right, your body will be, you know, your skin will be very dry. And if your body doesn't have all of the vitamins and minerals, like your hair and skin and nails, it's not going to be healthy. I had a friend and she showed me her toenails. It's so funny because she and her husband both are like, oh, here's Jade. Let us show you our toenails. I'm like, okay, what is going on? She's like, look at the line. So from the line that was, you know, that in the middle of their toenails, it was like from the time that they started taking supplements, the nails are growing out stronger. And, you know, the nail that is above the line that's coming out, that's before the supplements. And it was a little bit yellower and it looked a little bit unhealthy. And the one that's coming out, you know, they said, look, there, you could see a line. I thought, oh my goodness, both the husband and the wife. So you can imagine the body's like absorbing all the nutrients. The doTERRA supplements are amazing, right? They have broken down some of the vitamins and minerals to the point where your body can immediately absorb it instead of, you know, going through a lot of processing to help you absorb it. Okay, so like I have friends that are allergic to greens because their body can't break down the greens enough to get it to a point where they can absorb the nutrients. So doTERRA has done that work for you from food. That's why people love the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So that's one thing I would ask them, okay? But today's call is not about supplements, but I just need to, let you know those things. Two more things I would ask them is, do they get enough sleep? Okay. Right. So if you're not getting enough sleep, your body's not repairing skin. And the other thing that's not emotional that I ask is, how's your gut health? Are you pooping 3 times a day? You're like, what kind of a conversation is this? Right. Right. And we're like, we're talking about poop, everyone. So you go 3 times a day. If it's not regular that way and you're not cleansing properly, then you might want to start taking digestin and Terrazyme to start with. And then maybe next month, do the 30-day cleanse and restore. Okay, so when you do that, not only is your body going to be cleaner, your skin is going to be nicer, and you're going to think clearly. That's the biggest thing for me. You'll have this mental clarity. Okay, so imagine if the food is in your gut for over 6 hours and you only poop once a day, so that means 24 hours. I mean, food rots in there, yeah, and your body will need to clean out that rotting, right? Imagine it seeping through your skin. Your skin will look dull. I had a lady, she eats super healthy and she makes everything from scratch for her kids. And she's just such a beautiful lady. And here she is, I'm thinking, I'm going to introduce her to doTERRA and the supplements. I mean, she'll totally, get it. But even someone like her, she was like shocked at how much the supplements changed her life. You think that she's eating healthy, she's doing all these things. And she said one day she was doing yoga and she was looking at her hands and she says, my hands look nice. The skin color is so nice. And it was shiny. She said, oh, my skin is so soft and shiny because, the omega oils seep through because it's nano size. You guys realize that the omega oils in doTERRA are nano size? That means it passes through all the water layers and gets absorbed into all the cells in our bodies. So it's like maximizes its benefits. You're not pooping out fish oil. So that is awesome, right? It's just 1 month, and somebody that's super healthy, she found like a higher level of health, and she was shocked. I was shocked. So anyways, I was like very pleased that she told me that story. Yeah. Okay, so somebody repeat back to me what you would ask somebody if they say, hey, I got skin problems, eczema, psoriasis, acne, dry skin, red skin, discoloration. What would you ask? What are the questions?
So you ask about their skincare.
Yep, skincare.
About their nutrients.
Yep.
Their sleep and gut health.
Yep, that's right. Okay, so when you had a good discussion and you think that they're ready, let's talk about the juicy things, the emotional side. So I want to move on here to the literal language of the body. Let's like close this out. Okay, and close it out. All right, so we'll scroll down to the skin here. There's a lot. Okay, skin. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, oops. So the skin, right, issues relate to your perception of your identity. Ding, ding, ding. So we're going to talk about this today. So we need to talk about both sides. We need to talk about the physical side and we need to talk about the emotional side. So I won't go into this too deep because I want to get to the products as well. Okay. But we want to mention it a little bit. Okay. So before we look into this, what are the emotions that that's related to skin, guys? You know it, call it out.
Yeah, it's about self-acceptance.
Yes.
It's about, yeah, feeling accepted, confidence about your, well, you said that, identity, like who you believe you are.
Yeah, being confident in your own skin. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then what else? You know, Jamie, what makes it itchy, rashy?
I think it's a sense of powerlessness.
Yes.
Because you feel like you're, like irritated, things annoy you.
Yes, you let things under your skin.
Inside.
Things get under our skin.
Yeah. So the powerlessness makes you feel like you can't do anything about it. So you just get very itchy and you tend to scratch at yourself, like picking at yourself.
Yes, that's it. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And the reason why it's about identity is because you haven't defined who you are, you haven't accepted who you are, you haven't allowed yourself to have that healthy boundary, which is what the skin is about. Okay, a healthy boundary between you and the world. So you can show them this page and ask them questions like, do you know who you are? Are you comfortable in your own skin? Do you let others under your skin? Go ahead, Debbie.
Yeah, sorry. The thing that I think that is so important is that you get to choose that.
Yep.
And people are like, oh, I'm finding myself. You know what I mean? Well, just let's cut to the chase and just choose who you want to be and then act in congruency towards with that. So.
Yeah, that's right. So you're like, hey, let's decide now who you are, what you want to do. Yeah. So we've got, a little bit of an explanation here, and then talking about eliminations, cleaning out the skin, detoxing. But here is looking at the deeper level of the message of the skin. Okay. So I like to point this out because when people go, oh, yeah, they're listening to you, but they need to take some time to go home and ponder over it in order for them to have a greater result. They need to choose to change those things themselves. And so as I pointed out and tell them about these things, good introduction, right? But more importantly, it's, giving them an opportunity to a direction of where to go when they get home, you see? So as much as we can, we're empowering others, right? Because we don't need to have all the answers, right? So you can say to them, hey, ask yourself, am I irritated with my inability to hold on to things? Like Jamie was saying, like powerlessness, right? Am I worried about facing the world? If our skin problem is on our face, right? Am I worried about facing the world somehow? Okay. And down here, let's see, we're gonna go to the emotions of it. Okay. So let's go back here a little bit. On the bottom, you can see overly focusing on image, letting others under your skin. So if you know how to muscle test, you can find it. Okay, so if it's inherited, you can decide to release that. Angry, poor boundaries. Okay, poor boundaries is an insecurity problem, lack of self-love problem, indecisive. Okay, sometimes people have very, very thin skin, okay, because they're overly sensitive maybe, or they're easily manipulated. Okay, you just ask them what sticks out, what stands out for you. Overreactive, insecure, right? Self-doubt, self-loathing, self-conscious, okay? And then this whole list of emotions, of thoughts and beliefs. So I'll read a few of them, I think. But before I go there, what do you guys think about the emotions, the list of emotions? Okay, unresolved deep hurt feelings, emotional pains. Jamie, go ahead.
This sounds a lot like my eldest daughter, Savannah, because she's very sensitive, and anything anyone says about her, she gets like really offended. and she starts crying straight away. So she's like, she overreacts. And so she's got all these dots like on her face.
Oh, yeah.
And the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's down below where it says, I'm a perfectionist, I get irritated. That's her as well.
Oh, yeah. That's so good. And, you know, another reason why we do this is when they hear truth about themselves, they might get uncomfortable. And you don't want to be the one that's like pointing fingers. You want them to say, hey, it's here. Simple, right? Not me telling you that you're not a good person. So it's like unaware here, unaware and unwilling to be accountable for your own feelings, right? But then also sometimes people have numbness. So they like don't feel anymore. And so sometimes they'll say to you, no, that's not me. Like I feel nothing. People say whatever, do whatever, I'm nothing, you know. And so they've really shut down and they've like locked their hearts in and put walls around it. Right. And then that's another thing too, right? Because we do need to have that empathy and the ability to feel each other. So we need to get those walls down. Yep. So you can look here because the thoughts and the beliefs created those feelings. And that's how we become empowered. If we can change the way we think, we can change, you know, the skin. So I had a lady, she had very bad skin rashes, and so much so that it was crusty and almost all over her face and almost all over her arms and legs. It kind of looked like she was detoxing, but she's not, because she detoxed several times already and it didn't happen to her. But when I talked to her, she said, it's been a year and I tried all the ointments and all the oils and I went to all these doctors. And so I went back in time with her and thought, when did it start? And it started when she made the decision to go back to church. And she has not gone to church for over 2 decades, right? And she was worried about what other people think of her, you know? And so I'm like, oh, bingo, there you are. There's what it is. So you're imagining a ton of people saying bad things about you, and you're letting your imagination or imaginary friends at church, you know, and their opinions of you get under your skin already. It hasn't even happened, right? And so I said, pretend that Jesus came today, right? And you want to see him. Are you going to be okay going to church like this, you know, with all your itchy skin and all, to just meet him, to worship just him, right? And she's like, yes, of course. And I said, okay, let go of everyone else's opinions, no matter what they say, doesn't matter what they say. And they probably will say nice things, actually, but you're imagining them saying nasty things. Imagine you just going there and just being happy with yourself and focusing on, you know, answering only to God. It cleared up. Within a week, it cleared all up. Right? I'm like, there you go. We found it. So no doctor, no ointments, no specialist, dermatologist could have, you know, could find it for her. She found it herself because we had a good talk about when did this start, right? So I blame others or situations for irritating me. If they keep on pointing fingers, they're letting the world get under their skin, right? Because sometimes you're like, no, that's not me. And then you look at this sentence, you're like, wait, that is me. Right? If this changes and that changes, then I'll be happy. Ooh, yeah. So my fears about my image are causing conflict within me and pulling me apart. Okay, so with psoriasis, with eczema, you know, people have been pulled apart. You want to please this person, you also want to please that person. They have different opinions, and you know, you're trying to go in several directions. Or I'm angry and I wish I could change other people's perceptions of me. You know, just want to go in there and explain myself to them. Okay, it's not going to happen. Okay, we need to solve our problems within ourselves. Yeah. Okay, so you can have a look at that. But over here, down here, you can see the positive. So let's focus in on being confident, self-accepting, self-love, having clear, strong boundaries, right? Clear identity, collaborative, self-assured, self-contained. Self-contained, that's a really good word. Okay, being happy with yourself, okay? And being tolerant with yourself, right? And relaxed and decisive and understanding of yourself, right? And then you can pick some of these affirmations for people who can muscle test. Great, you know, say how many affirmations do I need? 1, 2, okay, which one is it? And then how long do I say it for? And then you can say it, you know, help you adopt these new beliefs, okay? So, you know, look, I know who I am and I love all of me. That means I love my weaknesses and, you know, I love my strengths. I appreciate my skin, hair, and nails, and my body shape and size. Okay, I'm clear on my purpose and my path. That's the thing. Sometimes people don't know who they are. Like going forward, what do I do? They don't know. Okay, I am true to myself. I'm 100% responsible for my own happiness and progression and allow others the same freedom. So what do you guys think about that? Yeah. So hopefully that's helpful when you help yourself, when you help others. And here are some oils that you can muscle test, or you can, you know, if you have these oils, you can use them. You see how we have just generally floral oils are great. Okay. But we also have oils like cedarwood. Cedarwood, fantastic for people with eczema skin, right? Because it brings them together. It helps them see their role in the community, right? And knitted together so they're not feeling torn apart. Sandalwood, frankincense, lavender, magnolia, rose, geranium, jasmine, helichrysum, and we have some other new ones in Australia. We've got the gardenia and the chrysanthemum. So awesome. And then we have osmanthus, blue tansy, Roman chamomile, yarrow pom. The yarrow pom is in doTERRA. It has a little bit of fractionated coconut oil. Okay, it's the champion. If you're talking about really dry skin, eczema skin, start there. Okay, and of course I put here, you know, make sure that you use you detox your body. Okay, so and using the healthy skincare products. Okay, and if you know at the beginning when you talk to your friend and your friend says I don't sleep good, you know, I don't eat good, and then you're like, okay, well, let's pick one thing at a time. Here's some information on sleep. Here's some information on gut. And you don't feel like you have to teach them everything all at once, right? Just kind of like, let's start here, and then the next month we'll go there together. And yeah. Debbie?
I was just going to say, sometimes when you address, you know, the main thing, the other things kind of fall into place too. I find that to be true a lot. Yeah. We just need to be given some, you know, have some direction of what to address first.
Yeah.
So
just start with one thing and then go to the next thing the next month. Yeah. Okay. Any questions or comments there? Anything else about the skin? Jamie?
I think one of the things that I found really helped me with my skin is asking myself my opinion of what I believe. And a lot of the times I feel like when people have skin problems, it's because they're wondering what other people's opinions are.
Yeah.
And that leaves them quite confused because everyone has a different opinion.
Yeah.
So I think growing up, you know, I was just like my eldest daughter. You know, every time my brother would say something, or, you know, my aunt would say something, then straight away I felt upset because at that time I didn't decide who I was, what I was, or if I was pretty enough, or if I was, you know, like good enough. And so I wasn't sure about my own opinion.
Yeah.
One of those things that's quite easy to start is, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is what they're saying true? And if it is, what do you want to do about it?
Yeah. I love that, Jamie. Because with Jamie, we had eczema. We had really bad eczema. And like I said earlier, eczema is about like being torn apart. like they like me, they don't like me, how do I please these people too, and what's their opinion, and then what's their opinion, and then, you know, you don't know where you're going. So it does, it literally tears you apart, and you don't know why your skin is not knit together. And wow, cedarwood is just the oil of community, of bringing together, right? It's just like, what? This is so cool. Yeah, so look at this, guys. You can bookmark your charts, okay? And then you can go to the charts, and then you can, you know, click on the hyperlink. Ben said that some of it doesn't work. We tried. It's just a computer issue. So if we refresh, sometimes it does work better. But you can, you know, see if I hit, I don't know, how do I go there? Search this book for that. Okay, that's not it. So anyways, I think there, see that ankle, that worked. So yeah, if you save the charts, the masochism charts in, you know, as a bookmark, and then you can see it in your notebook there, you can go straight back to that. So I'm just gonna click out of here. So that's the Living a Natural Wellness Lifestyle with Faith book, okay? So we'll stop sharing there, and we'll have a talk about the products. But yeah, look, Jamie and I had eczema because we were taught to be respectful and please people and be obedient. And we had to do a lot of detoxing. But I think the most powerful detoxing was, you know, detoxing everyone else's opinions of ourselves, and then adopting our own opinions of ourselves, like really understanding that we had to create our own opinions because we didn't have any of ourselves. So yeah, so anyways, and that worked. You know, our skin is cleared up.
I actually couldn't even use any oils that you gave me when we first started.
Yeah.
How bad my skin was.
I was shocked because I was like, hey, ooh, Owie, here, put lavender on, and it got worse. I'm like, hey, that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to get better. But yeah, Jamie had to learn a lot about herself, and it was such an eye opener for us. Why we need to help people heal on all the levels, in the physical and emotional and spiritual level. Yep. So having said that, let's talk about the doTERRA skincare range. It's so awesome because I used to shop around and look for different brands and stuff. And when doTERRA came out with theirs, I was like, yay, that's just like one shop stop, right? So we have, just go to the skincare first of all. Of course, we have all the hair care and stuff, but you know, we have the doTERRA skincare range here, and the HD Clear and the Virage. So the three main ones. So what would you say is the difference between these three skincare ranges? Anybody? Go ahead. Who was it?
Jamie, you go ahead.
Oh no, Sandra, you go. I just thought no one was speaking, so.
No, I like to listen to you actually, Jamie.
Okay. As you know, I'm not wearing any makeup right now. But I especially love the Virage and the Essential Skincare. But I would kind of say that there's sort of an age timeline. So I'd say like the youth would be more HD Clear, and then the middle range is the Virage, and then at the end it would be the Essential Skincare. However, I like that there's different ranges because everyone has their own you know, like preferences to skincare. And for me, like I love the Virage, but I like a thicker like night cream. And so I actually use both of them together. But I guess it's a good place to start is just, you know, like what kind of skin that person has. And then, you know, if they have more troublesome skin, then I would recommend HD Clear. If they want a bit more anti-aging, then I would recommend the Essential Skincare.
Yep, that's exactly what I do too. Thank you, Jamie. So this is the whole kit. This is the HD Clear. So you've got the face wash and then the lotion and the oil. Okay, so the oil will be spot treatment. So if you have kids that have acne, this is just a nice simple kit for them. Wash your face, right? Wash your face and use the HD Clear oil on the spots, right? It kills the germs, and then you moisturize, and it's a very light moisturizer. My friend Rosie, she has 2 teenage girls, and she says her daughters love it. Right, HD Clear, it smells so yummy. So my house, there's a lot of girls, so we keep this in stock. Okay, so that's a very simple range. And I know there's no triclosan in there. There's no chemicals for my kiddos. So that's really easy to use. Okay, and it foams up. So I use it too. I just like all of the cleaning oils, the cleaning skincare cleaners. I don't know why I just switch back and forth. I have a different one in the shower, a different one by the sink and by the bathtub. I don't know. I just like the variety. Okay, so any questions on that one?
One thing about the HD Clear,
yeah,
is it's about loving all your flaws and all, right? Because
yes,
it's for like a perfectionist.
yes,
And funnily enough, my perfectionist daughter loves the smell.
yeah, that's right. And HD Clear, it is just be clear on your identity too. So my kids know that they, whenever they start getting acne, they need to get more sleep, they need to clean their gut some more, and then they have to, you know, be more self-acceptance instead of mad at themselves for not, you know, being perfect straight A's. Like one of my daughters, she came home, she brought me her report card, and you know, 4.0 is a, you know, pretty good report card, right? It's like perfect score. She told me, oh, it's 4.5. I'm like, what? It's only 4.5? How rude. You know, why isn't it 4.6? You know, and I'm like, that's a great score. But it's like this perfectionist. So I'm holding up the mask. Okay, so what we can do with the mask is you can of course use it, but it's very strong. So just be careful and just try it out. Okay, sometimes when people wash it off, it actually makes your skin really red, okay, for a few minutes. But my girls love it because they use it on their spots. So if they have a zit that they find, they'll put it on and they leave it overnight and they'll wash it out in the morning because it dries it out. Okay, that's the tip for you. Okay, if you have a yucky spot that just, you know, needs treatment, that's what you can do with the mask, the doTERRA mask, okay, in the spa. Okay, so here's the mask, the detoxifying mask.
Okay.
Yep.
You introduced me to the mask, which I didn't look because I really think doTERRA should have it with the skincare rather than with the spa. I mean, it's completely overlooked. And since you told me and I bought it, it's so good. It's particularly good for that teenage oily skin.
Yep.
It really works well. It just gives that extra strength on top of the HD Clear. It's fantastic. I found it's in the wrong section. It should be and I now, since you introduced me, just people so happy because it is affordable, works so well, and lasts forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Just on top of it. And the fact that you don't have to wash your face is even more perfect because people say, oh, I don't have time for mask. And I explain to them, it's best on unwashed skin. So before you shower, just put it on, and then a few minutes later, step in. Anyone can do it.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you for introducing me to that one.
I'm so glad your kids love it and you love it. So, you know, with teenagers, I'm glad we're on this little section here. They get gifts of perfumes and lotions and potions all the time. And my kids are like, thank you. And then when people leave, they're like, what do I do with this brand? You know, I feel bad, but I gotta toss it because I know it's got chemicals. And, you know, I don't want to re-gift it because that's bad for other people too. So that's one problem we have in our house. We're like, okay, I know you spent money on this, but we can't use it. So we've got this beautiful hydrating mist. We've got these body scrubs. And so for all of the needs that our teenagers need for, you know, scented lotions and whatnot, it's all here. So I'm so glad that our kids have this. And the doTERRA has the oils that makes perfumes. It smells so nice as well. So there you are. And look, they have the lip balms, the deodorant. We use extra oils with the deodorant as well. And this is the bath, was it soap? But it's a liquid soap. So yeah, so good, so good. And let's see, where is it? One thing that we fight over is the body butter. Do you guys like the body butter? We hardly use it because the skin doesn't get dry, right? But when the kids like shave their legs or something, you know, they like to put it extra on because it gives it extra shine, because it just smells so yummy. Okay, so that's it lasts so long in our house. So we have one upstairs, one downstairs. But yeah, it's just, I think the texture is just fun to play with. You poke your fingers in there. All right. Barrage is for people who just want, you know, quick 4 steps and they're done. I love it. I love the smell, and like Jamie, I just use all of the products all together. Okay, so but one of my favorites is okay, so you got the wash, very nice, wash is so clean. You got the pore reducer, okay, so you can spray it on your face. I didn't know different, but there's other brands that my friends introduced me to that spritz better, but I don't care because I know this is doTERRA and I can just hold it out and then just spritz it and then kind of like pat my face and let it dry. But my favorite of all the four products, you know, you have the Immortelle Hydrating Serum. Okay, so this here is my favorite. And lately, I've put an extra couple of drops of blue tansy in there too. So shake it up and then, you know, just add, I don't know why, it was something that I was drawn to. I needed to add blue tansy to it. But yeah, I love it on my skin. Okay, and you don't have to add the blue tansy, it's perfect as it is. And the other one is the moisturizer. So super easy for people who just want no nonsense, just get their skincare, you know, get it done. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to this is the essential skincare range. I can't say enough about it. I love it. And it's so affordable. I've only met 1 or 2 people that complain about it, but then they complain about everything anyway. So I don't know if that counts. So you know, Jamie and we have a testimony about the hydrating cream. James, do you want to share it with your belly?
My belly? Is that what you said?
It's like you used it for the stretch marks.
Yeah, actually, when I was pregnant, I was very big. I mean, I like gained 16 kilos, which is like 1/3 of my weight. And so I was very conscious about getting stretch marks because I had stretch marks from, you know, being a teenager. So I would mix, so I would like get like 2. I'd get an empty one, and then I'd put some Immortelle in there as well. And yeah, and then I would rub it on my belly like twice a day. Like morning, when I would put on my face, I put on my belly. Yeah.
The hydrating cream with added you know, Immortelle.
Immortelle, yeah. And but then now I add like yarrow palm, and then I add what is it? Black spruce.
Yes.
To brighten my skin. I have a lot of freckles. Yeah. And I don't know, I love it because it's like it makes my skin feel very moist, and I like that feeling. I like the thickness.
Yeah,
And
at nighttime when you wake up, you just feel like, oh, feel my face.
yeah, it's like springy. But I think the best testimony actually is my husband, because like when we first met, his skin was like really dry looking, and around the eyes it's kind of like that pinky dry skin, and he just looked old. Like people thought he was older than my brother, who's like 4 years older than me. And so he started using the hydrating cream. He uses the facial cleanser in the shower, and then in the in the morning he'll use the invigorating scrub. So he'll have all of those, but in different locations.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then he was using that for years. Like he still uses it now, but people think he's younger than he actually is now. People are shocked that he's like, you know, in his 30s, late 30s, and his brother, who's a year younger than him, looks so old. You know, like if you compare, and you know, his brother really cares about his skin, but Stephen uses all of this product, and he looks like his face is just so like gleaming now.
Shiny.
Yeah. And
but no, you didn't finish telling about your belly. You didn't get any stretch marks on your belly.
Oh yeah. I didn't get any stretch marks on my belly, even though it was like out here.
Yeah, sticking.
But I did get some on my boobs, because I didn't realize you can get stretch marks on your boobs.
We missed that one. Whoops.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, Ben loves the hydrating cream. He doesn't use a lot of the other products, you know, but when I introduced the hydrating cream, he loved it because he had some dry spots and it always takes it away. So he has his own little hydrating cream, and I have my own, even though we have the same bathroom, right? He just has to have his own. And then one time he used it and it was almost all gone. He turned to me and he's like, have you been using my cream? I'm like, hey, no, of course not. Don't accuse me, because he was like, you know, very protective of it. So I'm like, wow, he really likes it. I'm glad. Yeah. So good. Yeah, sorry that it's temporarily unavailable. I think they're trying to do a facelift there. I think they're doing a change of packaging perhaps, but yeah, when you know, whatever you can get, it's really good. Let's see.
So the reveal, you have to tell them about the reveal.
I know. I'm saving it for last. Okay. So you got, of course, moisturizer, fantastic, in a tube, right, in the eye cream with a ball, and it's very cooling for your eyes. Okay, I love that. And then you dab it with your fingers. Brightening gel, I like that, but I add extra black spruce onto my freckles and stuff. Okay, so I do that. Facial cleanser, we have that, love it. The tightening serum is really good. I am using it more and more now. My friend, she used the toner, and she came back and she says that she's never used a toner that made her pores like actually smaller. So she loves it, and I didn't even notice, but it helped me as well. So here we are. This is the reveal system. Who here uses the reveal? All right, Debbie, you got to share.
I love it so much. Matter of fact, I need to buy a new set. Yeah, I use it in the shower, and so I just put on the first part. It's like a 2-step process. So you put on the first part, and then you put on the activator, and it's kind of like tingly to your skin, and you leave it on just for a few minutes. So I'm like putting it on, and I wash my hair and do all the other stuff, and then rinse it off when it's done. But it is like, I love it. It's like magic.
Yes. Do you think it's like dermabrasion, kind of like that?
A little bit, but not so. Like microdermabrasion is pretty intense.
Abrasive. Yeah.
And
gentle
like a
version
shock to your, It's like a shock to your skin. This is a lot more gentle and probably just as effective. So
yeah, I think it's just,
I love getting this.
How often do you use that?
I use it at least twice a week. Jamie?
Yeah.
I use it once a week, but it's like where I feel bumpy. So the nose and the T-zone and here.
Yeah.
Whenever I feel like it's bumpy, I'd use it and it would polish my face. So so it would just get rid of all the dry bits. So when you put makeup on, you can really tell how smooth your skin is. And then like my nose is usually always bumpy, you know, but after I use that, it's smooth, so smooth. I love it. Like I used to do it in the shower too, like Debbie, but then my kids started playing with it and like I would freak out because, you know, it's quite expensive. And I use like a little dot. I'll use a little dot at a time, you know, just like sparingly.
That's the thing, you don't need very much, and it actually lasts quite a long time.
Yeah, and it smells amazing.
Yeah,
and then they want to do it too, so I'm like, just use a teeny tiny bit on them.
Yes. So I keep mine.
Highly recommend.
Right.
Like
the kids were asked to come and shower in my bathroom because they use it up. Right. So they've got their bathroom and they use it up. My daughter, when she left home on her mission, that was one of the first things she got. She opened the doTERRA cupboard and she's like, can I take one of these? I'm like, okay, take one of those. So she loves it. Anyways, the first one is just a very fine scrub. It's a very fine scrub. So when you scrub, you can actually feel it peeling the skin. Okay, so
like the dead skin coming like out.
So find all the bumpy bits and then scrub away, and leave it on. Okay, keep your face, you know, moist. So if it gets a little bit dry, add a little bit more water on it and just keep on scrubbing. And then you add number 2 on top of that. So number 2, it's called Peptide Activator. That's right. So what it is, it's kind of like there's enzymes that eat away at the dead skin, because sometimes when you scrub your skin off, it's still kind of partially attached to you. So when you wipe, it still makes your skin kind of bumpy because it's still hanging onto you. So the peptide activator, it kind of eats at the enzymes and it kind of like eats the stickiness from your dead skin. And so, you know, when you wash, it comes all the way off. And that's why when you feel your face, it's so smooth and polished. Okay, so that's why we really need the second one. Okay, it's not just like scrubbing dead skin. It's actually, you know, eating at the dry skin that's on the surface and then washing it off. So there you go. This is the reveal, and it's exactly that, reveal new skin on your face. So let's end with the yarrow palm. So you got your yarrow palm body. You guys like that? Who uses that one? Yay. And then you have the yarrow palm for in a smaller bottle. Okay, the duo. Do you guys use that too? Right, let's hear how you guys use it.
So that one's for the body, and I'll just, after I get out of the shower, then I put that one on just all over, and I'm a little bit blue for a second, but
Woofy.
not for very long. And the other one, I actually, when I get my Immortelle and after I use it for a couple days, I add a couple drops or a few drops of yarrow palm to my Immortelle. And have to have Immortelle.
Yes.
And yarrow palm is just a great boost. I just took the supplements for a good, you know, like the month or whatever.
Yeah.
Supplements are, and I just think it helps so much.
Yeah.
With brightening and youth, you know, keeping your skin youthful and yeah.
Oh, awesome. And you have lovely skin, Debbie, and you do your coconut oil moisturizer still, right?
Yep. Lavender and coconut oil every night.
Yep.
Every night without fail. Like that goes over. I know Immortelle has lavender in it, but
Yeah.
I have to have both. So.
She's got Immortelle, and she's got all of these Europalm, and then
Yep.
she's got lavender and coconut oil, which is to like seal it in as she sleeps.
And sleeps like a baby.
Yeah. Jamie, you want to share your experience with Europalm?
Yeah, I probably put about 7 to 10 drops in my hydrating cream, actually. I like it a lot. I just love it. But on top of that, I feel like it starts to like dry out later on. So I always actually put the body serum on my face after I moisturize, just especially around the wrinkly areas. And then I use a gua sha if I'm keen.
Yep.
In general, I'll just leave the body serum on my face at night.
Yep. That's like Debbie doing that coconut oil. Yeah, I like using a lot of the florals. So it's Immortelle, and oh, look at the roses right there. Might as well. And oh, look at magnolia. Okay, that goes on too. And after a while, I'm like, oh, I got 10 floral oils on my face. And so I'm like, gua sha. And, you know, I like to keep it in the fridge because it's so cooling on the skin, and that's really nice. And Jamie taught me to do that. And it really helps in the morning if you have like the baggy skin under your eyes. Kind of helps with, you know, flattening it up.
It's the puffiness in your face, and sometimes you get the puffiness.
Yeah, and down here when your face kind of sags, you scrape it, and so it's nice and smooth in your neck.
But it helps it absorb better when you know, rub it in.
Yeah, so
I put the gua sha in the freezer.
Yeah, the kids have their little fridge in their bathroom, and they have the gua sha, and I have my gua sha downstairs in the fridge as well. So who else here uses the Europalm? Yeah, go ahead, Sandra.
I use it. Similar to excuse me, to Jamie, I use it in my moisturizer, and we don't have the capsules, so I use it internally. As soon as I finish with my face, I have a couple of drops internally, and I use the serum on my body and sometimes on my face too. But I give my girls the serum for the face. It's really good when they have that monthly outbreak with the cycle, and it's sort of drying, and that really helps to get that right down again and flatten it out and smoothing it out. That is so beautiful, and they love it. They love it.
Oh, I'm so glad. Look, we're going to preserve ourselves, you guys. Some of the things you guys are saying. It's like a baby's bum. Yes. Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Sorry to interrupt, because unfortunately I have to cut short today and go somewhere else. This was beautiful, thank you, and it made a lot of sense, and I'm now much more comfortable and confident to help people with their skin. And what would you do with someone who has those red veins just here? I mean, I understand the detox, the nutrition, and all what you spoke about it, but people still want that to dab it on the problem when they have that.
Yeah.
What would you use particularly on the red veins?
Yeah, I had 2 oils in mind when people ask about that. It's the Cypress and Aroma Touch. Okay, just dilute Cypress and Aroma Touch because it helps with veins. So try that. But of course, you know, we also have the Immortelle, which has a helichrysum, which helps with veins and bruising and things too. So I would start there. But, you know, you never know, like when you take care of all the gut and the sleep and stuff, their skin starts to repair itself. So that goes away too. Yeah.
Yes, I understand that, but
people I want something topically just right now for them
on the visible issue.
Yeah. Yeah. So have anyone else had any experience there besides me with that Cypress and Aroma Touch? Any other suggestions, Jamie?
I would say like Europalm or any other floral oils can help with your blood.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think in addition to, like, I mean, yarrow pom does all that. So I
Yes.
think it'd be a good pairing with cypress.
Yep. Yarrow palm, the capsules take care of the skin from the inside. So that's really good. I take the capsules every other day. Yeah. Awesome. Any other questions, guys, about skin or comments? Amy?
I don't have a question, but I just want to say, like, every time you get like a pimple that just pops up randomly, I'll ask them, like, did you have a burst of anger? You know, because pimples are like a burst of anger, and in general, they will say
I
yes.
was gonna ask about that. That happens to me. Like, I usually don't have any acne or anything, but like a month ago, I had like one pop up here and then one pop up here and one pop up here, like all in different weeks. And I'm like, what is happening?
Burst of anger.
Burst of anger. Okay.
Yes.
Like an eruption on your face.
Eruption.
Volcano.
Got it. And yeah, it's actually in the book as well. And you can look at the face. So you can, you know, besides the skin, you can look up the face and you can look at the face mapping. So if it's always on this side or on the cheeks or on the chin, you can, you know, figure out what it all is about. So put the pieces together. Yep. Fantastic. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Donna?
Hey, it's Donna.
Hello.
Donna and Sandy.
Hi. Hi, you guys.
Hi. We are, we both have similar issues with the really dry skin on our fingernails. What do you have some suggestions for that?
Wait, hang on. Your fingernails are dry?
No, the around it, right at the edges of your nails, where meets your
fingertips.
Your cuticle. Cuticle.
Yep. You know, I used to have that. I didn't do very much about it because when we started taking the supplements, the whole body starts to feel like it has more moisturizer. But you can start with the body butter if you like, and see if that works. Any other suggestions? Anyone else had that problem? Because you know how your skin kind of.
I have.
Yeah.
I've had that problem. Hello, Jade. How are you? I'm hardly.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
I've had that problem.
Yeah.
And it's usually connected to hormonal sort of episodes.
Yeah.
And I get the incredible dryness and irritating skin, and sometimes I get like weak nails. And I feel like hydration is a big one there. Like and of course when you're having taking long life vitality, you are mindful of drinking more water as well.
Yeah.
And also with the cleansers, it's still there because that might happen to your body as well. Like, so I feel that it's purely hydration in that area. Like if I relate to it, it's like, you know what, that's 100%. My body just needs more water.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, when we talk about hydration, also we need to think about making sure the body's clean enough to absorb the water. So lots of lemon oil in it to help the body absorb. Jamie?
I would actually suggest more
Omega. Yeah.
Yeah, zero omega, because the omega is your engine oil and it greases your body. So if you are dry, you need to grease yourself. And I would actually add the yarrow pom body serum because that is very moisturizing, but it seeps into the dry spots.
Yeah.
It also helps with your blood circulation and your hormones. So
that's
one.
That's exactly what I was thinking as well. So, but make sure you're not washing your hands with you know, hand washes that are harsh as well, because it does that to your skin. If your nails, guys, are not hard and healthy, right, that means you need more nutrients. So up the dosage a little bit of your supplements. Teresa?
I just wanted to reiterate that the Lifelong Vitality Pack makes a huge difference. I've had trouble with my nails being flaky and breaking and having the ridges that run lengthwise and then splits and dry cuticles. And since I started taking the supplements, much better. You wouldn't know that. I mean, my nails are strong. They rarely split or flake. And my cuticles are nearly unnoticeable. So very happy with that.
That's awesome. Yep. I had the same problems ages ago. Yeah. So, you know, keep taking those supplements, ladies. And like suggestion is a little bit more extra omega oil and more water. Try the Yarrow Palm serum on your skin. Try the moisturizer, different moisturizer. But yeah, those are great suggestions. All right. So I did the random and the winner is Sandy. Sandy, is that Sandy Benjamin? And you win a wild orange oil. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to stop the recording now.